Hello again, part 3 of my brain aneurysm. Okay, now that I told you that my doctor, my cardiologist, Dr. Faraz, sent me to do an MRI and an MRA of the brain. There's a difference between MRI, open MRI and a closed MRI. First, an X-ray, then a CAT scan. CAT scan will be showing a whole bunch of pictures like an X-ray, but fast. MRI takes a closer look, a better look, open MRI, but the real thing is the closed MRI. The closed MRI shows things that an open MRI do not show. Because all my life, I've been claustrophobic. I'm scared to go into the closed MRIs. So I kept doing open MRIs because I suffer since I was 12 years old from migraine headaches, severe migraine headaches, monsters migraine headaches. I got tension headaches, I got sinus headache, cluster headaches, migraine headaches, you name it. So I rush to the hospital when I have these migraine headaches, and I start vomiting and other stuff, and the severe headache, and they have to give me IV, everything, and a whole bunch of stuff. So I kept getting these open MRIs because I'm claustrophobic, and what happened was that my cardiologist said, I want you to get the closed MRI. And I kept saying, no, I cannot go in there. Even if you give me any drugs, I'm not going to go in there. And for the first time in my life, because I had one done before and they had to take me out. Okay, so finally I got the MRI, the closed one. And the MRA is different because the MRA lights up all your arteries in the inside, and the technicians are able to see your arteries or anything that you have in your brain much better. So what happened was that in the MRA, not the MRI, the MRA, in the MRI they saw the 2 strokes that I had. In the MRA, they saw a brain aneurysm, and so they called my cardiologist right away. They didn't waste no time, and that's why I love my hospitals over here. My doctors, they're just excellent. They called my cardiologist. He called my sister right away, and he says, you need to bring her right away. Take her to her neurologist because she has a brain aneurysm, and it's kind of big. It's big, and it needs surgery right away. It's a ticking bomb. Anytime it could burst. And everybody knows what happens when sadly that happens. Which I have friends that happened, and I don't want to talk about it. Because I got family members listening to this, and I don't want to talk about it. So, now I just had a massive heart attack. Now I just had 2 strokes, and now I have a brain aneurysm. On top of that, every complication that I have, because since I was little I had lupus, and like I said, and I'm gonna talk about lupus in another section because that's very difficult, complicated illness that hardly nobody talks about, and I'm gonna talk about it because it's a terrible illness. So terrible. Right now, and I'm sorry that I keep forgetting things. Okay, so he tells me to go to the neurologist. I go to JFK Medical Center, and that's in Edison, New Jersey, and they have excellent doctors, neurologists, neurosurgeons there. But I had a feeling since I got there, like that. I had a feeling that God was telling me, get a second opinion. It's nothing bad. It's just that I just had that feeling when I spoke to the neurosurgeon. So I kept asking in the hospital every time I was hospitalized, because I was hospitalized again for other things, and I kept asking which hospital is it good for brain aneurysm for surgery, and everybody kept telling me Newark University Hospital, that now is together with Rutgers University Hospital, Rutgers University Hospital in Newark, and my neighbor, he just had a brain aneurysm rupture. They took him in a helicopter, and over there they saved his life. So I said, that's the one. So when I got to the hospital, I had that good feeling. I had that good feeling that this is it. So when I saw the neurosurgeon, Dr. Persiacomo, I felt it. I said, this is the man. This is the neurosurgeon that's gonna do my brain surgery. He was so professional. He was so secure. He knew what he was talking about. And I said, this is it. He believes in God, and that put the frosting on the cake. So he tells me that we are going to do an angiography of the aneurysm, and then after that he wants to do an angiogram of the aneurysm. After that, they will decide which surgery is good for me, whether the clipping, whether the coiling, or whether this is new. They only gave him permission to do this. They do it in UCLA, and they gave him permission. The liquid. I mentioned the clipping, the coiling, and the liquid. Okay. Now, I'm gonna be explaining to you later the difference. What's the clipping? What's the coiling? What is the liquid? First of all, an angiography. Angiography is a test in which they put a dye on you, and they go inside the aneurysm, and they see it on 3D, and they could take a better look, and it gives them like a road how to get there, just in case they have to do the coiling or the liquid. So that's the angiography. The angiogram is a test, is a surgery, which they go through your leg, go up past your heart, go through this artery right here on your neck. They go, because my aneurysm is in the cavernous carotid artery. Sorry for my pronunciation. And it's like all back here. There's like a cave. So it goes in there, and it's behind the left eye. I don't know if I'm touching the right or the left right now. I'm sorry. Let's say, okay, here. It's behind this eye, and this is the right eye. It's behind this eye. It takes the ear. It takes the ear and the eye. It goes back here. So it's right back here, the aneurysm. And what they have to do with the angiogram is that they go again through the leg, past the heart, through this artery. They go inside the brain. They go inside the aneurysm, which this is very dangerous. and they look at the walls, how thin they are, and they also look at the size, which we know already the size, but we need to see if it's bigger, because usually when they would do an angiogram, they notice that it is bigger than what they saw before. And the doctor told me that because of all my complications, because of my heart attack and everything that I have, that he needs to do this test before he does the surgery. Now, he also told me that my aneurysm is not in a shape of a little ball. That is in a shape of, it's kind of weird, and it's dangerous, that type of shape. And so he said, I will decide which surgery I will be doing on you. What I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be recording from the hospital every step. When I'll be hospitalized, before they take me to the to the OR, and when I come out of the OR, and if I don't, because they said that some people spend 1 month, some people spend 5 months, some people spend a year, some people spend more in the hospital for recovery, and then they have to go through all this therapy. A lot of people lose their memory for a short time. Some people do it they have loss of memory for a long time. If that happens to me, if I wake up and I don't remember, when I remember, I'll talk to you. What else? The difference between the surgeries I'm gonna explain to you on the next part, and I just want to tell you that I'm not worried. I'm not worried. I'm not nervous. I have a lot of faith in God. A lot of faith in God that I'm gonna come out. I'm gonna be well. I'm gonna be doing well. I'm very strong. I've been through a lot. I just want to thank you. I just want to thank my entire family, my family, friends, everyone from church. I want to thank everybody, my second family from Facebook, because you guys have been there every moment. When my mother passed away, when my cousin passed away, when everything that had happened to me, even you have been there in good and in bad, and that I appreciate a lot. You don't know how much that means to me. I keep that in my heart. The word thank you is too small. I just ask God to bless you, give you a lot of blessings for every prayer that you have done for me. And I think it's time for me to stop and do the next part. So thank you so much for listening to me. Any questions, I'm here for you. And like I said, I'm not worried. I have a lot of faith. Thank you.